Well, Matty, congratulations again, because you're the head coach of the South for a second term.
Yeah, look, I jumped at the opportunity again. I think being involved in it for the first time, I was never involved as a player, but to be involved as a coach, it was, an amazing experience, and I just think the buy-in that we had, and kind of quite a short turnaround in terms of we were playing rugby and then trying to get the South going and games on Tuesday nights. I loved the environment. I loved working with the coaches and also the players, and I jumped at the opportunity to get another chance. Probably a bit unfinished business. I was gutted that we didn't manage to win the inter-district, and I know the players were too. So look, we've to come in and coach again is another great opportunity, and I'm obviously thankful to that working group that are allowing us to take it on again.
Fresh new team as well. You've got Ian Chisholm back, which is great. Of course, he was representing Peebles last season. Now he's with Melrose. Who else have you got?
Yeah, so we've brought in Gordon Henderson, so Sesh from Selkirk. He'll be part of the forwards coaching team. He's got a lot of experience, having been at Super 6, and I actually had a spell with him as a player. He was coaching here with Scotty and Nicky, so I knew him well, and he was obviously quite high up in the list when we saw the candidates, and I'm looking forward to working with him, and also Bruce McNeil will come into the coaching team. Not quite sure in terms of what Bruce, he's obviously still got that bug to play, but look, whatever happens, if he continues to play well, then we'll look at him as a player. But either way, he will coach in some way alongside Sesh with the forward team, and then obviously we've got Ian Chisholm, who will continue to take on the back. So look, we've got a lot of youth in there, but a bit of experience as well, which is an exciting coaching team. And already first 5 games of the season, you can see the quality of players that are putting their hand up that were there last year, but also a few, watching some highlights of yours, there's a few faces that I'll definitely be looking at consideration at the end of the season for it.
Quick word about Bruce, because he's around the 40 mark, let's put it like that. But the way he's been training and everything else, he's running around there like an early 30s.
Yeah, exactly. You tell us he was only 31 last week.
But I mean, what an inspiration to have in your team as well.
Yeah, he is, and look, I think that showed last season when we picked the squad. As a coach, when you're bringing quality players together, your actual input's very minimal. You set your stall out in terms of the way we want to play and our structure, but actually in the session, you're probably trying to get points across that is easier to come from players. And the likes of Bruce and Luke Petty, Sean Muir, boys like this that are experienced really help, and the balance of him playing and coaching might actually work really well. I know it works at Kelso. Speaking to him on the phone last week in terms of what his plans were, he's really wanting to give coaching a crack at the South, and credit to him, he's led Kelso up in the Premiership, and albeit they've started the season really well, but I'll not bring up the Mansfield game, but but apart from that, no, he's a quality coach, and again, like me, up and coming, and it's a great team to be involved in.
A couple of quick points. There's no Musselburgh this time. I think they're going to be in the Edinburgh camp effectively. How did that come about? And secondly, obviously, we've now got what everyone wants is to play everybody.
Yeah, look, I actually just found that out last week on a meeting with Ewan Swinton that Musselburgh weren't with us, and it probably, looking at it, does make sense. Being East Lothian and being part of that Edinburgh camp, it probably is a bit easier for them rather than coming down to the borders. But look, it was great having them last season, especially with Shaky as well, a part of the coaching team, and we had a few players play. So look, they've got some quality players up in there, Musselburgh, so I'm sure they'll continue to play within the Edinburgh district and probably make that Edinburgh team a bit more stronger. So but yeah, it is great to be able now to play everybody. I did feel it was a bit rushed last season in terms of the turnaround and playing Tuesday nights and everything, whereas we've probably got 6 to 7 months to really plan. We've only got one home game in the borders this year, but I think we'll try and make it one of the biggest spectacles for the South that's been in the last 10 years. So we'll try and push that. We've got a great team in the background that are led by Ewan Swinton, Gary Muir, so we'll certainly make sure that wherever it's played, we'll try and get everybody down and put a show on. And then again, we've got 2 away trips to already plan for. So
is Orkney one of them?
I haven't heard. I did see a comment on your post about Orkney. That'll be I think that would be a great idea, to be honest.
Fabulous idea.
I think in terms of away trips, to go away with boys that he maybe didn't get a chance to. It only builds relationships, and that's what I've personally saw the last couple of months is, having worked with these players and coaches, that you do build a bond. And I think all these players are already trying to buy in to get into this squad, because look, we as coaches, we're still to look at that. And I'll be honest, we probably will just look at picking a squad, and that'll be it. There'll be no cuts, there'll be no 2 or 3 weeks and then we change it. There'll probably be a squad of 28 to 30 picked, and that'll be the squad for the championship. So that's probably looking in my back of my mind already. But I'm just buzzing for it, and really looking forward to what we can try and drive down here, with the help of the backroom team and yourself and all the players.